Hey guys, Raider here. Hope you're all doing great and having a fantastic day. So whenever I'm looking online and stuff, I always see people say, oh, my Fold 3, it's just as loud as this, and my Tab S8 Ultra is 300% louder than this device, yada, yada, yada. So what we're going to do is we're going to take all these Samsung devices and put them to the test. So I've got an iPad mini 6 sitting here. I've got a control surface here, which is like a keyboard from Samsung. That's going to stay where it's at. And we're going to line up devices next to the iPad. And we are going to compare the audio levels between the Fold 3, the Galaxy Book2 Pro 360, last year's Galaxy Book Pro 360, and the Tab S8 Ultra. Let's see which one of these devices actually is really the loudest, right? And also, guys, sorry it's been so long since my last video. We unfortunately had a passing in the family. I lost someone very close to me. I'm going to do a tribute to her at the end of this video. She's very important to me, and I'm very sad that she's now gone. So that kind of blindsided me and definitely threw me off for a few days. So anyways, going to do a tribute to my aunt at the end of the video. But now let's take a look at all these audio level differences between these devices. First up, Z Fold 3. Let's give it a go. Max volume. Let's go ahead and turn it to where the speakers are facing the side like the rest of the devices. 97. All right, so right around 97 decibels for the Galaxy Z Fold 3. Let's move on to the next contender. Tab S8 Ultra. Maxed out. '93, 94 decibels. Was not expecting that. Sounds beefier and fuller, but the Z Fold 3 is a little bit louder. Now we have last year's Galaxy Book Pro 360. Max volume. Line it up. Dolby Atmos is set to dynamic. It is turned on. I noticed that it clips a little bit on last year's model when at full volume. All right, about 91 decibels. Now this year's Galaxy Book2 Pro 360, max volume on all settings, dynamic on the Dolby Atmos. Let's go ahead and give it a go. Much louder, much louder. Hit 100 decibels there for a second. 100 decibels. All right, guys, so based on these preliminary results, just using the NIOSH Sound Level Meter, which is very popular on the iPad side of things, on these results here, very surprising to me. I don't know about you guys. Galaxy Book2 Pro 360 came out on top, followed by the Z Fold 3, followed by the Tab S8 Ultra, followed by last year's Galaxy Book Pro 360. I'm pretty stunned. I thought the Tab S8 Ultra was going to take the cake. But nope, this year's Galaxy Book2 Pro 360 did. I will say though, like the Fold 3, it's a little bit kind of misleading. even though it might be hitting those higher peak decibels, it doesn't sound quite as full as the other devices we tested. But obviously it is just as loud. I mean, it speaks for itself. All right, guys, so for the rest of this video, I'm going to do a tribute for my aunt. All right, guys, so a couple days ago, I found out that my Aunt Charlie, her real name's Sharon, but she goes by Charlie. She always has. That's her nickname since before she was born, given to her from her dad, my grandpa. Found out she passed away. Unfortunately, she choked on some food a couple Fridays ago and slipped into a coma, and unfortunately, she wasn't able to recover from it. And her 3 kids, who mean the world to me, had to make the very tough decision of pulling life support from her mom. So, you know, it's a very tough week for the family. I've been really, I just really been taken back by this news. I mean, my aunt really means the world to me. So for me personally, I kind of left my home with my mom and dad when I was age 13. We didn't have it so good. Things were going really rough at my house. You know, a lot of drugs, a lot of not taking care of bills, family not getting taken care of. Things are just getting pretty rough. And my Aunt Charlie and my Uncle Kenny, they took me in when I was 13 and kind of gave me a new lease on life. You know, I really didn't know how things were going to turn out there for a while. It was looking really rocky there for a while, you know, and they kind of really just gave me that boost and that inspiration. And I went to live with them, you know, in a completely different city and stuff where my parents are at. And I spent the remainder of my teenage years with my Aunt Charlie and my Uncle Kenny. Not only did they put a roof over my head, they taught me what it meant to work hard, to push forward, to persevere, and how to be a man in this world instead of a frightened little child, you know, because that's kind of what I was before then. No one taught me any better. So I owe a lot to my Aunt Charlie, and I'm really going to miss her, and it's really difficult for me to do this part of the video. I don't really know what I was all going to say, and I don't have any of this scripted. I just want to talk a little bit, just say, you know, I wouldn't have made it into IT, and I certainly wouldn't have this YouTube channel, and I certainly wouldn't be the provider that I am for my family. If it wasn't for everything that she taught me and everything that she did for me, and just, you know, putting her neck out on the line all the time, all the times that I got in trouble and was just out goofing off with my friends and doing things that I shouldn't have been doing that, you know, a lot of teenagers find themselves into. She never gave up on me. She always stuck by me, and I always knew that no matter what's going on in my life, I could head home and I was going to be loved, you know, unconditionally. And she really did love me unconditionally throughout her entire life. And it just meant the world to me to have someone with such leadership skills and with such abilities to be able to pass on everything that makes her up and makes her who she is, you know, and share that with not just me, but her 3 wonderful kids that have just grown up to be awesome young adults that I'm so proud of. You know, I'm kind of the oldest in my generation, so I get to see these younger kids, you know, growing up and growing into young men and young women and becoming somebody, and it's because of people like her. You know, she's just been such an awesome mom and a great aunt to me and just a wonderful person. Aunt Charlie, I'm going to miss you so much. You know, all the stuff, you know, she's the type of person, guys, where I'd tell her, oh man, I learned this new trick on my skateboard, and she'll say, BS, go out front and show me. Let's see what you got. You know, talk is talk, walk is walk. That's how my aunt was. You know, if you're going to say you can do something, you better be able to back it up. You know, she was that type of gal, and she put it on me all the time. If I said I was going to do something, I better darn well get it done. You know, she was that type of parent to me. So, Aunt Charlie, I'm really going to miss you. Nobody ever dies with me. I don't let anyone off that easy, you know, because once somebody's in my heart, they're with me forever. So she's always with me. She's still with me. No one's gone. It's the way I look at it. But guys, I just wanted to put this together, a quick little photo reel and just a quick memory for my aunt that really has just meant the world to me and still always will mean the world to me. And you know, we have services coming up this week. I'm not sure when. Videos might be a little slow this next week or two. One other thing too, guys, is my family and I are moving out of state. We're leaving California. We're heading over to Nevada, and that's going to be happening in a couple weeks as well. I'm going to try my best to at least get out, you know, a couple videos a week. I'll try. And then we'll get back to a more regular schedule in about 3 weeks or so. All right, guys, as always, thanks for watching.